Thanks everybody for joining. Uh, do some brief introductions. So we've got Debbie Todd and Aubrey Bain from Dollars and Good Cents that are instructors and mentors in that organization. We have Charles Bartlett from Florida that is working on his master's in mental health areas, addiction areas, different things like that, and is perfect for this chaos and traumatic discussion. And then we have Richard and Derek, who are from Seedling FinLit, that are also going to bring their expertise. So welcome, panel. Thank you very much for joining us. I'll start with the first question is we're talking about the hurricanes, and we're really concerned about getting people help right out of the gate. And I know that when I've had not that major of a traumatic experience in my life, your brain tends to get a little bit discombobulated. But you get tired because you're not eating right, you don't sleep well, and then simple things become hard to figure out what the next step is. So let's start out. What is the next step? So I just went through a hurricane. How do I get help? How do I help my family? What are the things I need to be thinking about right out of the gate?
Man, being from Louisiana, we always deal with hurricanes all the time, and knowing that, we lose power, there's floods and all of these different things, is just so important to just make sure that you have food, water, shelter, clothing, and you check on your loved ones to make sure that everyone is okay. And then we can start to think about everything else. So that should be front of mind. Anyone listening to this, so just make sure that you're reaching out to those resources that are available and to family members and checking in on them.
Yeah, physical safety is definitely gonna be the most important thing. If a home's damaged or you don't have shelter or you can't get food. I know, like, obviously, Florida has a crisis services that do provide support. So anyone in that situation definitely has some lifelines in terms of getting food, in terms of getting shelter. If it's regarding just psychology, the main thing is to try to calm things down, because the problem is when we get too emotional, we can get impulsive, and whether that leads to making bad decisions financially or in response to the crisis that has ensued. One of the most important things is to try to, not come from an emotional brain, slow it down. And that can either be like grounding techniques that gets you more in the present, mindfulness can be effective, journaling. But it's really important when you're trying to find effective solutions, in terms of what you need to do for your family, in terms of financial considerations, that you can get into more of that logical mind and not come from emotion as much. And there you can kind of start to see what solutions will be most effective instead of doing impulsive actions that could be counterproductive.
The full video covers the following topics: first steps in dealing with a major crisis, resources available, how to find local resources, and mental health in dealing with crisis. To view this entire episode, go to centralimpact.org. There you will find all episodes in this series.